Yeah, whether it's pets, furniture or memories, all kinds of things make a house a home. But imagine being asked to pack it all up and leave within just 30 minutes.
That is the reality for residents who have been served a prohibition notice, which orders you to leave your property because of safety concerns. Presenter Zoe Hardman has been to hear some of their stories.
Imagine being told you've got just 30 minutes to leave your home. That's what happened to the residents of these flats in June. Among them was homeowner Anne Eason.
They gave me this piece of paper that said I had half an hour to leave the building. You were literally having to pack up, put your stuff in the car, and it was really scary.
That piece of paper was called a prohibition notice. It was issued by the local fire service, who'd found dangerous cladding and problems with fire escapes at the flats. That's why Anne was being ordered out.
Obviously, I questioned it because I'd never heard of a prohibition notice before. And I just said, well, what happens if I don't leave? And the police officer said, you know, we could arrest you. And so that sort of made up my mind, really, that I needed to go.
These are the flats Anne left behind, and she was eventually sent to a hotel by the management company responsible for the flats, called First Port.
They only pay for your room. The most we had is 2 nights at a time. So you'd have to check out in the morning by 10 o'clock and I'd have to go to work and not know where I was going to be staying that night.
First Port emailed residents telling them that an increased level of smoke and heat detection must be installed within your apartment before you can return. Once that was done, at no cost to Anne, she was allowed back home. She'd spent 2 weeks away, but the cladding deemed dangerous by the fire service is yet to be removed.
How does it feel now that you're back in your home?
It's difficult, to be honest. All I know is I'm living in a combustible building. Living here is a high level of anxiety all the time because you don't feel safe.
Now, Anne wants the management company to sort out the issues with her home.
I want a clear plan from First Port, something tangible that we can hold them accountable to. Because at the moment we live with uncertainty and that is not good for people's mental health. It's certainly not good for mine.
In the wake of the Grenfell Tower fire in 2017, prohibition notices have been served on scores of properties, deemed so unsafe people have to leave their homes. The residents of these flats on Merseyside were given a 3-week warning that an impending prohibition notice was soon to be served, primarily for fire safety reasons. One of the residents is homeowner Aruni Lirasiri. We spoke to her 12 days before she had to abandon her home, with most of her stuff already sent to storage.
So this used to be my living room space. I used to have a TV unit here with a TV and a 3-seater sofa bed.
You've got a lovely little balcony there, which...
Yeah, used to be my sky garden,
Yeah.
but now a bit, yeah.
How does it make you feel seeing it like this?
And this is my home, yeah, but I'm just trying to get one day at a time, you know, just get by one day at a time.
Aruni's flat looked very different after she bought it in 2023. But today, the issues with the building are numerous.
Moles growing because of the water leaks. No lift. We have to walk up and down over the stairs. Nasty, dirty stairs.
This is your home, and I can't get my head around the disrepair.
I spent a lot of money on it because I did not envisage disaster coming my way.
Over the years, a host of private management companies have been charged with maintaining the flats. But the challenges are immense, as this video Aruni took of water pouring over electrical wiring shows. In May, the latest management company in charge wrote this letter to residents, terminating immediately its management of the flats.
I just thought, oh my God, the worst day has come because now I don't know who to turn to if we have a problem.
To help, the local council covered the £3,000 daily cost of what is called a waking watch. This is a 24-hour on-site patrol put in place to alert people in the event of fire. But that cover only lasted 3 weeks, and when it ended, the council said all residents would have to move out.
I was having meltdown every other day, especially after this letter came, because I've never been in this situation. What do you expect me to do?
For Aruni, the whole situation is devastating.
It was heartbreaking. I bought it with the idea that this will be my little home.
When it comes to prohibition notices, individual flat owners like Anne and Aruni have few rights. For instance, there is no obligation on private management companies or councils to provide alternative accommodation unless you are officially classed as homeless. High-rise property safety expert Matt Hodges-Long says the financial impact can be huge.
I think it could be ruinous. You may have somebody that covers your hotel bill for a few weeks. Then there's the other costs of losing value in the property that you own and maybe being stuck on a fixed rate mortgage or a variable rate mortgage. There are so many hidden costs.
The Property Ombudsman can hear complaints from private residents about the condition of a property. But the scale of the issue relating to prohibition notices isn't clear, as there are no official figures. Instead, Matt has collated his own numbers by monitoring reports of issued prohibition notices.
How many prohibition orders have been served since Grenfell?
We think, from what we've tracked, that this relates to about 56 blocks or developments since Grenfell, and that's just under 14,000 people.
Wow.
And again, that's estimate.
Is your feeling that there could be much more than that?
There could be significantly more. I would say this is a best case scenario.
For those who do have immediate safety concerns about their properties, Matt has this advice.
I think from a resident's perspective, speak to the management company of the building. If they're not answering questions properly or satisfactorily, reach out to experts in the industry, reach out to the local fire service and actually ask them for help. They will come and visit your building and check it.
Prohibition notices are designed to keep people safe, but they can also leave residents facing uncertainty and stress, often with little clarity or support as to what happens next. More really does need to be done to help people like Aruni and Anne and to stop other people experiencing similar traumas.
What a situation. Responding to Anne's experience in Worcester, property management company First Port told us that following a fire service prohibition notice, Anne's building was evacuated and residents were supported with safety as the top priority.
It said that joint efforts enabled a safe return to the ground and first floors, with measures approved by the fire service, which continues to monitor the building. Its focus is now on completing the work needed for full reoccupation and keeping residents updated throughout.
For Aruni's case in Liverpool, Morning Live contacted the owner and the former management companies of the block of flats, but none wished to comment.